Okay guys, so welcome back to another SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. So nagpapasalamat sa inyo lahat sa pagsuporta ng aking channel, lalo sa mga dati ko pang gameplay ng SmackDown vs. Raw. So pagpatuloy natin itong gameplay natin. So let's fucking do this guys. Okay guys, so welcome back to another SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. So last time ay nanalo tayo sa Royal Rumble. So final na to, WrestleMania. So pagpatuloy natin to. Road to WrestleMania.
All right, there's no point in drawing us out any longer than necessary. For the past several months, I've heard nothing but complaints from the Raw superstars and fans about the way Eric Bischoff has vacated damn near every title on Raw. So, Eric, I'm giving you a chance to come on out to this very ring right now and explain your actions. Well, Eric, I don't think I have to remind you that you stand on dangerous ground here tonight. So what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, Mr. McMahon, as everyone knows, I used to be in charge of WCW, the most dominant force in the sports entertainment industry. What was it? 88 weeks in a row that we beat this very show in the ratings? 88 straight weeks.
Yeah, and we all know how that turned out.
I used to be the undisputed king of sports entertainment.
I take exception to that.
And now look at me. I became nothing more than a lackey, under the thumb of the WWE Board of Directors and the almighty Vince McMahon. Well, I'm sick of it. I've been sick of it for a long time. And about 6 months ago, I decided to do something about it. I was approached by someone who promised me enough financial backing to raise a new sports entertainment empire that would rival the mighty WWE. In exchange for his support, all I had to do was handicap Raw in any way I could, while at the same time lend my genius to this new venture of yours.
Genius.
So I stripped the Raw superstars of their titles and put them in the most grueling matches conceivable. And all the while, my partner was making deals and targeting the WWE for a hostile takeover. Now you're probably wondering why I've chosen to reveal this master plan tonight. Well, quite frankly, it's so close to fruition that not even the great Vince McMahon can stop us now. So it is my great pleasure to introduce you to my partner. He is a true titan of business and sports entertainment.
Save it! It's JBL, right?
What?
John Bradshaw Layfield, the WWE Champion. That's your partner, am I right?
Mr. McMahon's one step ahead of Bishop.
You see, I've known about your pathetic little scheme for months, Eric. Did you seriously think you could just start vacating Raw titles without me taking an interest in why you were doing it?
I think Mr. McMahon may be miles ahead of Bischoff.
I've already contacted SmackDown General Manager Theodore Long, and although JBL doesn't even know it yet, this titan of business and sports entertainment, as you call him, has been stripped of his WWE title and fired from SmackDown. I know JBL's on his way here, and I also knew you two had planned some dramatic unveiling for your so-called master plan. Well, JBL's going to get a bit more drama than he bargained for when he arrives here tonight. You see, I've got someone waiting for JBL in the parking lot. the man who won an opportunity to challenge Triple H for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania.
Raw's #1 contender is going to meet JBL in the parking lot? What does that mean, JR?
I don't think he's there to roll out the red carpet, King.
I thought it might be a good warm-up for Raw's title contender to take on a world champion before WrestleMania. So when JBL shows up here tonight, he's going to find himself in a parking lot brawl. And by my watch, JBL should be arriving right about now.
You can't be serious. You can't do this to me. I'm Eric Bischoff. I'm the general manager of Raw. I'm the only man to take on Vince McMahon and win.
Eric, in case you haven't figured it out by now, the only thing you are is you're fired.
Minute too soon. Thank you, Mr. McMahon.
But that's not all. There's going to be a parking lot brawl between JBL and Raw's #1 contender.
JBL may be a true titan of business, but he's about to find out what happens when he sticks his 10-gallon head into Raw's business. And there isn't a damn thing Bischoff can do about it anymore.
Okay. Okay. Brawls. Okay. Ti. Boom. Ti. Boom. Ti. Boom. Ti. Wrestling. Ti, tulog tayo. Ti. Sakit. Ti. Ganda kapag pumuputok ang ulo dito eh. Di. Give up. Sabi niya nga ba?
Here's your winner, the People's Champ.
Di.
World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania.
And don't forget, he also took out John Bradshaw Layfield last week in that parking lot brawl.
JBL was plotting with Eric Bischoff to undermine Raw, and they both got what was coming to them.
I won't shed a tear for either of them, JR. But what's Raw going to do now that our general manager has been fired?
Last week, on behalf of all the Raw superstars, I taught SmackDown a lesson about what happens when you try to mess with the dominant brand of sports entertainment. And Vince McMahon gave me his personal assurance that there will be no more interference from SmackDown until after WrestleMania, which is just how I want it. I've shed blood, sweat, and tears to get where I am today. The World Heavyweight title is the crown jewel in our business. And it brings out the best in every superstar that comes near it. Eric Bischoff can never understand that. And that's one reason why he's the ex-general manager of Raw.
Amen to that.
Oh. Patay.
And speaking of the World Heavyweight title, here's the World Heavyweight Champion, Triple H. He won the title at the Royal Rumble. Remember, JR?
How could I forget?
Copyright din tayo.
You know, I usually disagree with this Joker about damn near everything. So I'm as shocked as anyone else to realize that we're on the same page this time. This is the crown jewel of our business. This is the ultimate prize. It's the last thing on every superstar's mind when they go to sleep at night, and the first thing on their mind when they wake up.
I have to admit he's right, King. If the World Heavyweight title isn't on your mind, you're in the wrong business.
And the single, ultimate reason this title means so much is because it's around the waist of me. The game. Every loser in the back thinks that if he can wear this title, he might one day be good enough to be mentioned in the same breath as Triple H.
Imagine that, JR. Who wouldn't want to be mentioned alongside an all-time great like Triple H?
Oh, please.
But listen to me very carefully. This title is a part of me, and I am a part of it. Without the title, my life has no meaning. Without me, this title is just a belt. Yeah. You may have your opportunity against me at WrestleMania, but you'll never beat me for this title. You'll never take away that part of me, so take a good look now, because this is the closest you will ever come to it as long as I'm around. And why? Because I'm that damn good.
Oh my gosh! Triple H just knocked him out cold!
What a noble champion. I tell you what, Triple H makes me sick. He just won the title, and I already can't wait to see somebody take it away from him, damn it.
We've only been without a general manager for a week, and already Raw is turning into a madhouse.
Okay.
Stand back. There's a
Oh.
hurricane coming through.
Well, look who it is. It's the Great Green Tomato. What's up, kid?
Now listen up, you dastardly villains. The Hurricane is here to bring you to justice and truth, honor, and integrity to the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, yeah? And how are you gonna do that exactly?
By relieving you of that title, of course. With justice on my side and my hero powers at my disposal, an evildoer like you doesn't stand a chance.
Kid's got a lot of heart.
Yeah, but it's not pumping any blood to his brain.
Hold on a second. You want a World Heavyweight title match? You? Against me? For this? Man, I don't think I'm ready to take on a superhero tonight. At least not by myself. Tell you what, how about you and your sidekick there take on me and Ric Flair? Right here, right now.
Surely you are familiar with the concept of a superhero team-up, citizen contender. For one night only, I will take you on as my her sidekick and join forces with you to defeat Triple H's evil schemes. The battle is joined.
Okay. Hindi. Triple H kakalabanan natin. O si Kane to ah. Teamwork attributes. Bang.
I think I see where this one's going, JR. I don't think we're very far from the end of the match.
I disagree entirely, King. I'd bet my Oklahoma Sooner ass that this one isn't even close to being over.
That's a pretty big bet, JR. Are you sure you're able to cover it?
What?
You're not going to win a match by insulting your opponent.
No, but having the crowd behind you can certainly get the adrenaline pumping. You're putting a lot on the line when you climb that turnbuckle. 3.
Tanga.
You know, JR, when I saw this match on paper, I wasn't too sure about it. But it's turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
I'm not at all surprised, King. I knew this.
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
Lakas niyan.
Any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb so much punishment.
He's tagged in his partner.
Oh.
I wonder if SmackDown's going to have anything nearly this good next Thursday.
I think we both know the answer to that one, King. How could they compete with a match like this? And there he goes! The submission is locked in!
Oh my gosh! He might make his opponent tap right here! His opponent telegraphed that one. These superstars are at the top of their game, JR. They make it look so easy.
They sure do.
Ooh.
You almost forget about the years of training and sacrifice that went into their careers.
JR's not going to be happy about this one, folks. I think one of his favorites is going to get beat like the proverbial government mule.
I'm not playing favorites, King. I might have issues with certain superstars as human beings, but I respect their in-ring abilities nonetheless.
Okay.
JR, you're so full of it that you've got diarrhea of the mouth and constipation of the brain.
Okay, you can see me.
Ric Flair's a 16-time world champion, JR. He countered that one perfectly.
Sige,
Looks like they
pasa.
got the tag, JR. If Hurricane's supposed to be some sort of superhero, then how did he get his powers? By getting dropped on his head one too many times?
I think he'd tell you that his strength comes from the thousands of fans in the arena and the millions more all across the world, King. When you got that many people cheering you on, you can accomplish some truly remarkable feats.
What a finishing move! I get chills every time I see it. Oh, here we go. What a jerk. How about continuing the match?
I don't think he's in any hurry in this one, King. And I don't think the crowd wants it to end either.
Oh.
They're taking it down a notch, JR. This could get interesting.
They're picking their spots, King. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
Tapos ko ta.
Money's worth tonight, JR.
Oh.
If they haven't yet, I'm sure they're going to by the end of this match.
Well, I don't say this too often, but I completely agree with you.
Technique mo yun, di ba?
He's not going to get caught with that one.
I feel like the luckiest guy in the world, JR. I can't believe I actually get paid to do this job.
Well, don't let Eric Bischoff hear you say that, King, or you might wind up having to do it for free.
That's true. Bischoff's so cheap, he won't even tip a canoe.
And there's a little something for the crowd. The best superstars never ignore their fans.
The best superstars also finish off their opponents instead of giving them time to recover.
Boom.
There's no room for error when you're on the top rope.
There's the reversal.
Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these contenders, that's for sure. If looks
Oi.
could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring. A textbook reversal there. It's always a treat to watch the Hurricane compete. This kid's got so much heart, so much fire. He's a contender, no doubt about it.
Don't be ridiculous, JR. He's dressed like he just walked out of a comic book. How can you take someone like that seriously?
Well, I probably built up that one nowhere. Up the turnbuckle he goes. I hope he knows what he's doing. A lot of blood.
I don't know if his opponent has what it takes to kick out.
2, 3.
Wow. So
Well, there it is. That's the match.
Referee.
Here are your winners, the People's Champ and the Hurricane.
Cebu na tayo. Ay, yung pinakuluan eh. Tinanggal. Yung kinalaban natin una.
There's the Hurricane and his sidekick in the GM's office. But who's in the GM's chair, JR?
I have no idea, King. It's not Eric Bischoff. That's for damn sure.
Oh, no!
You've got to be kidding me.
Surprise! I bet you two didn't expect to see the coach in the general manager's chair.
You're the new general manager of Raw?
What's up with that?
Well, Mr. McMahon likes to say that I'm the interim general manager and that he's still looking for a permanent replacement. But I think we all know that he's just saying that to smooth over some bruised egos. I mean, where's he going to find a better GM than the coach?
All right, well, if you're done talking about yourself, let's talk about Triple H and what he did to me last week.
I was just getting to that. Don't rush the coach, or I'll strip you of your title shot. Ha! Just kidding. The coach is famous for his sense of humor. Now, I know you two gentlemen are skeptical, but let me make a couple of matches for you as a show of good faith. Now, I can't put you and Triple H against each other just yet, or it would spoil WrestleMania for the coach's fans. But I will give you a shot tonight against Triple H's right-hand man, Ric Flair, in a submission match. And as for you, Hurricane, I'm going to give you exactly what you were looking for last week. A World Heavyweight title match tonight against Triple H himself.
A title match? What is he thinking?
Holy career opportunity. But Citizen Coach, what happens when I beat Triple H tonight and win the World Heavyweight title? Surely you don't expect me to fight my sidekick at WrestleMania.
You beat Triple H for the World Heavyweight title? You're a funny guy, Hurricane. Sometimes I think you're almost as funny as me. Now move along, gentlemen. The coach is a busy man, and you've got matches to prepare for.
What an absolute jackass.
What has Raw done to deserve that moron as a general manager?
Pasensya na kung may narinig na ano nang ano ba tawag dito yung yung hangin na naka-electric fan kasi ako, guys. Okay. So bibili rin ako yung ano sa bibig, ay yung ano yung foam. Okay, basic, okay.
So, how do you think this one's gonna turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King. There's absolutely no question in my mind that Ric Flair is one of the true legends of this business. I just think it's a shame that many of his accomplishments are based on cheating, deception, and underhanded tactics.
Haven't you ever heard the expression, the ends justify the means, JR? Ric Flair's held a world championship more times than any other superstar ever. You're telling me that that's dirty? You're not going to win a match by insulting your opponent.
No, but having the crowd behind you can certainly get the adrenaline pumping. These superstars are in perfect shape, and that comes as no surprise. What?
Oh boy, here he goes. I don't know where he thinks he's going. This could be a mistake.
Oh no! The referee's been knocked out. This can't be good.
Are you kidding? Now anything goes. It doesn't get any better than that, JR.
He's not going to get caught with that one.
I think I know who's going to win this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
Wait a second. Why are you so eager to hear my prediction?
Because I want to know who's going to win. And 9 times out of 10, it's not the superstar you pick.
The intensity of these superstars is unbelievable.
No doubt about that, King. The fans are getting their money's worth here tonight.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here? Watch out! He reversed it!
Baliin natin yung paa.
I think I see where this one's going, JR. I don't think we're very far from the end of the match.
I disagree entirely, King. I bet my Oklahoma Sooner ass that this one isn't even close to being over.
That's a pretty big bet, JR. Are you sure you're able to cover it?
Oh, no. It looks like he's donned the proverbial crimson mask.
There's so much blood, the Red Cross ought to be sponsoring this one, JR.
I don't know if he's even going to be able to finish this match with a gusher like that. Oh, boy, this is not going to be an easy hole to escape from.
It sure isn't, JR. I've been on the wrong end of that one many times. He can't do that, JR.
Oh.
That's his opponent's finishing move.
Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring. He's got his opponent locked in the submission, JR. This could be it.
It could indeed. He might force his opponent to tap out right here.
Baliin yan.
Ric Flair's a 16-time world champion, JR. 16 times. There's not a WWE superstar in history who's done that.
Yeah, and if a single one of those title reigns didn't start with the dirtiest player in the game taking some liberties with the rules, I'll eat my damn hat.
He's going up, but what's he going to do when he gets there?
Oh! Sakit.
I'm not so sure this was about winning or losing anymore. I think it's become more personal than that.
Of course it's personal, JR. Anytime you step into the ring with someone who wants to beat you down in order to win the match, it's personal.
I guess I can't argue with that, King. I just wonder if they'll be able to settle their differences
Oh.
in this match, or if it's going to wind up bigger than that.
He's looking for that finisher, and he can do it here. So who do you think's going to win this match, JR?
And it's been reversed.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. Earning their paychecks.
The submission is locked in. This could be huge.
Oh my gosh, JR.
Oh.
You can't go long without tapping out to this. Oh boy, this looks like an all or nothing move. Oh my gosh, this could be the fit.
Well, you can't ever accuse them
Paano ba yun?
of saying what's on their mind.
Baka isang beses mo lang pwede gamitin yun.
What a submission hold! Could this be a tap out? It isn't. The hold can't be broken. You can't take this kind of pain for long.
I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before the show, but I don't think that's it.
I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. He countered that and made it look easy.
He can hit his finisher right now. I'm not sure I agree with what the...
Oh, ayaw talaga.
You're damn right it is. It comes with the price of admission.
Baka isang beses mo lang pwede gamitin yun.
He's got that submission hold locked in.
He sure does, JR. He might make his opponent tap out right here.
He's done it. That's
Yun.
Here's your winner, the People's Champ.
Hindi.
Why do I get the feeling that Triple H isn't very concerned about tonight's title defense, JR?
The odds may be stacked against the Hurricane, there's no doubt. But that young hero has all the heart in the world.
Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
King, you know what they say. Anything can happen in the WWE. Triple H just ambushed the Hurricane. And by the looks of it, the Hurricane is out cold.
There must have been some kryptonite in that sledgehammer. That's got to be the shortest title defense on record, JR.
It wasn't even a defense. The damn match didn't ever start. But I guarantee you one thing, Triple H isn't going to get off that easy at WrestleMania.
I wonder what our interim general manager is going to do about this.
Okay, so WrestleMania na. WrestleMania.